Doria Ragland, Meghan Markle's mother, has been thrust into the spotlight after living what most would call a completely normal and private life. Because Meghan is not close with her other family, and she's had an infamous falling out with her father and her father's side of the family, Doria has faced even more scrutiny as Meghan Markle's one relative that she speaks to and is close with. As we know, Doria was the only family member on Meghan Markle's side that attended her 2018 wedding to Prince Harry. The question I've been asking myself is, are Meghan Markle and her mother, Doria Ragland, actually close? Meghan's parents, Doria and Thomas, separated when Meghan was only 2 years old. So Meghan spent much of her childhood bouncing between those two households. From the time that Meghan was 11 years old, she lived with her father during the week while attending private school. So this is important to understand. Meghan Markle was living with her father, Thomas, during the week, 5 days a week, while she was attending school. And this was school that her father was paying for. And while this arrangement is not unheard of, it is not really the norm for a young child to live with their father for the majority of the time. So for a significant period in Meghan Markle's life, her father was the parent that she spent the most time with, and she saw her mother on the weekends. It makes sense then why Meghan would say that Doria was more like a friend to her than a mother. Meghan has described her mother as a free spirit, and we can see that in photos. We can see that her mother, she's a yoga instructor. She seems to live a very hippie lifestyle. And Meghan actually described her mother as a free spirit in a blog post that she wrote in 2014. She said the following, quote, "Dreadlocks, nose ring, yoga instructor, social worker, free spirit, lover of potato chips and lemon tarts. And if the DJ cues Al Green's soul classic, Call Me, just forget it. She will swivel her hips into the sweetest little dance you've ever seen, swaying her head and snapping her fingers to the beat like she's been dancing since the womb. And you will smile. You won't be able to help it. You will look at her and you will feel joy. I'm talking about my mom." Now, to me, it sounds like Meghan gives her mother this kind of childlike, free-spirited quality. She doesn't really talk about her mom as being someone that she looks up to, someone that, she gets wisdom from. She seems to talk about her in this way that makes me feel like her mother is just a free spirit and maybe wasn't a major disciplinarian to Meghan while she was growing up, and maybe wasn't someone that Meghan really went to for advice about things. Now, being a free spirit, I am sure that royal life doesn't really agree with Doria at all. Sources said in the beginning that Doria might live with Meghan and Harry after their first child was born, but that hasn't happened yet. And that could have happened for many reasons. It could be because Doria knew that Meghan and Harry weren't happy with their lifestyle, but I don't think that Doria would have moved even if she knew that Meghan and Harry were happy and were planning on staying in the UK. I think that royal lifestyle doesn't really fit Doria's life, and I also feel like Meghan and Doria do not have that type of relationship where Doria would pick up and move because of her daughter. It seems to me like Doria is very much entrenched in her own life. And I feel like she has been that way even when Meghan was a child. Let me know what you think about Meghan and Doria's relationship, and I will see you in my next video.